Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs from all over the world, please make welcome the truth guy, Mr. Home-Based Business himself. The man of the hour, everyone's favorite, Kerry Miller.
And good evening. Welcome to Thursday night. Man, this week has absolutely flown by. What a great time it's been, and I've enjoyed it so much. Welcome back to our Thursday night wrap-up. We've talked about dreaming this week. We've talked about being unapologetic this week, and we talked about the why. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight as we wrap everything up. I had a phone conversation last night after the show, and it was about, I said, man, Kerry, you can be a little hard. And this is my philosophy on that. You could listen to me and I could BS you and I could gloss everything over and make everything sound easy and that you could just go out there and do absolutely nothing and make a lot of money like a lot of people do, and not make a lot of money, but a lot of people go and tell you how easy it is and how simple it is and that you don't have to work and you can spend all this money and do all these things and absolutely the money will pour in. I could do that, but that's not who I am. I'm going to tell you the truth about what we are, how we got where we are, and the things that I do that make me successful. And trust me, it's not all been easy. There are dream stealers out there. I will tell you now, there will people that will sell you the pie in the sky and get you to believe it. And then when you fail, and we talked about failing last night, and that's one of the things they pointed out. Said, man, you telling people that they were a failure because they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Well, yeah, it's the truth. That's why we call it the Truth Guy Podcast. We are here to tell you the truth. We are here to make sure that you understand that you can make all the money you want to make, that you can do anything that you want to do. You can fulfill all your dreams. You can lay out a plan and make things happen for yourself if you just follow simple steps. And if you work at it and commit yourself to do those things. So tonight we're going to just kind of do a wrap up of where we've been, what we talked about, and where we want to go, where we want to take you. And the first thing we talked about were your dreams, right? I mean, when we were growing up, right, we all had dreams. We all had a dream of something in our life, whether it was to be an entrepreneur, to own our own business, to be a policeman, to be a fireman, whatever it was that you wanted to do, you had a dream. You had a dream that wanted to take you to a place that each night when you laid in bed, that's all you could think about. And then as we get older, we start thinking about life and we start thinking about where we're going, and those dreams kind of change, right? We dream of success, and as we get into high school, maybe even middle school, and some of us even before, we dream of a certain success and things that we want. We start seeing sports cars and homes and things that we want in our lives to be a part of, and things that we have dreamed about that we want to come true. But the problem is you have people around you that surround you that say, no, that's not going to happen. You can't do that. And, that's why people say, well, Kerry, that's harsh to say, but it's the truth. You have to surround yourself with positive people that will help you achieve the dreams, those that support you, those that say, you know what? You're right, dude. Man, that's an awesome idea. Go for it. Not, hey, you know what? This is a crock. You're never going to do it. You're never going to make it happen. I don't know what your deal is, but maybe you should just keep your JOB. Maybe you should just continue doing what you're doing and never achieve anything in your life. And, they may not be saying those exact words, but that's exactly what they mean. And I know that's hard to listen to. I know that's hard to hear. And I know that's hard to say, gosh, Kerry, I cannot believe that you believe that there's people like that in my life. I want you to stop for one moment. And I want you to think about those words that I said. And how many times have you stood before somebody and you said, hey, you know what? I'm going to try this. They say, oh, that crap don't work. How many times has that happened? How many times have you said, you know what? I'm going to do this. And they say, I wouldn't waste my time. I've done all that crap. It don't work. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a short pause, and we're going to come right back, and we're going to get right back in the subject, and we're going to start talking about this again. I'll be back in about, I don't know, how about 20 seconds?
Thank you for being a part of the Truth Guy broadcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at KerryMillerTV. And of course, listen to the Truth Guy podcast on the go at thetruthguypodcast.com. And now welcome back your host, Mr. Home-Based Business himself, the Truth Guy, Kerry Miller.
Hey, and welcome back, man. I appreciate you so much for sticking around. Hey, do make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and the social media pages at KerryMillerTV. We would love for you to follow us, and be sure to go to that podcast. I mean, we're go to the truthguypodcast.com. We're on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, several different podcast platforms. We'd love to have you, and that way you can listen to us on the go. But let's get back to what I was talking about. You know, those people who say absolutely, hey, dude, I've done it all before. You know, I've been there, and they're telling you, listen, because I failed, you're going to fail. But it doesn't work that way. You know, what works is you say, hey, you know what? I appreciate what you have to say. I appreciate the things that you're telling me, but this is something I want to do. What I would like for you to do is support me. But if you're not going to support me, then, you know, just kind of keep your opinions to yourself. And if I do not follow through and I fail because of me, then that's on me. But I want to give it 110% of everything I have so I can fulfill my dreams. You know, you think about this when you first got married or first started dating or whatever it is you're doing. Or maybe you just got out of college and you want to do certain things. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe there's things that you've always wanted to do. And I will promise you, I will guarantee you can't do those things unless you're making money. That's just the way it is. You know, if you don't have the cash to travel, you're not going to travel. So think about this for a moment. Don't allow anybody to steal that from you. Don't allow anyone to take that from you. You have put together a plan, and you know where you want to go, and you know what you want to do, and do not allow anyone, and I mean anyone, to take that from you. You have a responsibility to yourself to be able to do the things that you want to do, to achieve the dreams that you have. You know, maybe you want to be the best heart doctor in the world. Maybe you want to be a brain surgeon, but all your life you've been told, you ain't never going to do that. Do it. Don't allow anybody to take that away from you. And if you will do that, I will promise you, you will make it happen. Text me. You know, I will tell you daily, stay away from that. I will be your positive influence. Because I've had people tell me, Kerry, there's no way you're ever going to do that. You know, my best ideas come to me about 3 o'clock in the morning. Many times you can text me at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and I am up and I am putting my ideas down in my notepad so that I can remember them, because it is 3 o'clock in the morning and I want to make them happen. And I have had people say, well, what do you do that for? Because I've been very successful doing that, and that's what works for me, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to allow anybody, if you will allow me to be your buffer zone, I'm not going to allow anybody to get in your way. Do what you want to do. Be successful. Be as successful as you want to be. Create that MRR. Create that monthly recurring revenue so that you can do the things that you want to do. So you can achieve the things that you want to achieve and be the person that you want to be. And then you have to think about others. Others have dreams also, and they become a part of your life, and you want to help them achieve your dreams. Maybe it's local charities. Maybe it's something in the community. Maybe it's your kids at school. Who knows what it is? You know what it is. And I can tell you this. All you have to do is put your mindset forward, tune out the negativity, and make it happen. If you will do that, there is nothing that can stop you. But if you allow that to get in, it will stop you every single time. I guarantee you. There's nothing that can stop you unless you allow it to happen. Hey, we're going to take a quick short break again. I will be right back here in about 20 seconds. I'll see you in a minute. We're going to talk about being apologetic.
Thank you for being a part of the Truth Guy broadcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at KerryMillerTV. And of course, listen to the Truth Guy podcast on the go at thetruthguypodcast.com. And now welcome back your host, Mr. Home-Based Business himself, the Truth Guy, Kerry Miller.
Awesomeness, and now we are back. And hey, thank you so much for hanging in there and being with us. We're going to finish out this session right now. Over the next several minutes, we're going to talk about being apologetic and why you have no reason to apologize for anything you do when it comes to you and your loved ones and your family and the ones that you do the things that you do for. Why in the world do you owe anyone out there an apology for wanting to be successful, for wanting to do the things that you do, for wanting to lay out your time, your passion, your love for those that you truly care about and doing the thing that you want to do and be successful? Doesn't make any sense to me. You know, and I've heard people, I have people call me and say, gosh, Kerry, I'm really sorry that X, Y, Z. Why? Don't be sorry about anything. You gave it 110%. You put all your effort into it. You made it happen. You know, you maybe you adjusted too early. You adjusted too late. I'm not sure exactly what happens to people, but just don't give up. The only person you have to be sorry to is yourself for quitting. You know, there's one thing I love about professional athletes, and I absolutely love professional athletes, is the fact that when you watch them, football players, basketball players, tennis players, it doesn't matter, swimmers, I don't care if it's the people shuffling the big rock down the ice at the Olympics. They do not give up. They never, ever quit. And the only person they apologize to is themselves for not giving enough. So when you have to apologize for something, go look in the mirror and say, you know what? Dude, I'm sorry. Dudette, I'm sorry that I did not give 110% like I knew I should have to complete the task to help me become successful for whatever dream I was trying to fulfill. You see, you don't have to go out and pick up the phone and call him and say, oh gosh, I'm so sorry I didn't do that. You know, you told me I was going to fail. I'm so sorry I took time out of my life to do this. Why would you ever think about doing that? Go sit down and figure it out. Go to KerryMiller.tv, set an appointment with me, consult with me for 30 minutes, and let's figure it out together. Let's figure out why you're failing and what direction you need to go. Just talk to me. I'm here to help you. You know, the only thing keeping you from succeeding is yourself. The only person you owe an apology to is yourself. And maybe you need to go apologize to your loved ones for quitting and say, hey, I'm sorry I quit. You know, I'm sorry I had all this enthusiasm and I was going forward and I knew I was going to make this happen. And then all of a sudden I just blew it off. I'm sorry that happened. You know, I'm sorry I'm a quitter. I'm sorry I'm a failure. You know, and that's probably an over-exaggeration, and I know it is. But quit apologizing to everyone else. You have to be unapologetic. You have to know in your heart that it's not them you're concerned about. They have to know, hey, you can be derogatory to me, you can down me, you can talk behind my back, you can make all these little smart comments, you can do all that stuff. But I will tell you this, when I'm on top of that mountain, planting that flag on the top of Mount Everest, there's going to be absolutely nothing that's going to stop me. And when you come over and say, I wished I would have done that, I will tell you then, hey, you know what? You should have. You should have done that. And if you would have done that, then you could be at the same place I am. But you know what? All you wanted to do was drag me down. All you wanted to do is bring me to a place where you're at. And I'm not going to allow it to happen. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep making it happen for me. Quit apologizing. You owe no one an apology for what you do for you and your loved ones. That will ever happen. I'll be right back. I'll see you in about 20 seconds.
Thank you for being a part of the Truth Guy broadcast. We look forward to seeing you Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time as Kerry shares his insight in helping you build your dream and success. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at KerryMillerTV. And of course, listen to the Truth Guy podcast on the go at thetruthguypodcast.com. And now welcome back your host, Mr. Home-Based Business himself, the Truth Guy, Kerry Miller.
And we are back, and it's always good to be back. You know, I love doing what I do. And they always say if you love doing what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So just to let you know, I love coming to you. I love being a part of your day. I love being a part of your future, your success. And, that's my why. That's why I do what I do, is because I love doing it. I have a passion for doing it. And that's what we're going to talk about in this last segment. Monday, we talked about your dreams. Tuesday, we talked about your being unapologetic. Yesterday, we talked about the why. Why you want to be successful. Why do you do what you do? Why do you want that to be a part of your life? What is your why? And there's one thing I learned, and I was actually mentored this, so I'm going to mentor you. Once you learn what your why is, nothing stops you. Absolutely nothing will ever stop you once you learn what your why is. And when I say what is your why is it that you want to do something special? Why is it that you want to create an MRR, a monthly recurring revenue stream? Why is it that you want to jump out of an airplane? Why is it that you want to climb Mount Everest? Why is it that you want to take a 2-week vacation every single year or every single month? I mean, why is it that you want to do the things that you do? And I'm going to tell you why. I want you just to close your eyes for a moment while I'm talking to you and think about those around you. Think about those that you love the most and those that you want to do things with and those that you want to help and those that inspire you to be who you are. That's your why. Take that away and we really have nothing, right? I mean, take away the excitement and the exuberance we have in our lives to be a special part of someone else's lives, whether it be our spouse, our children, or our best friends, or whoever it is. The community, the area where you live, whatever it is, that's your why. Because you have the opportunity to do things that goes all the way back to day one, to do things that we've always dreamed about. I mean, think about that for a moment. You have the opportunity to create something special in your life that allows you to give back to your why. That's the most important thing you can ever do. So when you understand your why, you will achieve your dreams. You will never be apologetic to anyone. And that why will give you the drive and the desire and everything you need to be successful where you're at and where you're going. This has been a great week, and I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for taking, 20 minutes a day out of your day to educate yourself, to get you to a place where you never thought you could go. I love to counsel and coach. So you can go to my website. It's right behind me there on that board, KerryMillerTV. There's a button on there. And if you need counseling, if you need coaching, I will give you a 30-minute session. I'm not going to charge you a nickel. We'll spend about 30 minutes together. All you have to do is ask questions. I'll be more than happy to lead you in the direction that I believe you should go. And if I can't help you, you always have a soundboard that will help you get to where you're at. So with that said, thank you for a great week. Thank you for an awesome moment. Thank you for everything that you've done. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, right here at KerryMillerTV in our Facebook page. Look forward to seeing you. As always, I want to ask my good friend who we lost just a couple months ago, but I still love him just like he's here with me today because I know he is. Frankie, take us out of here, buddy, and you'll be able to see him. He's playing lead guitar with our band, and it's always exciting to close these shows because I've made a commitment. I'm always going to close with my good buddy Frankie. Everybody have a great week. God bless, and I will see you next Monday.